from 5 years stance of going from just working out to training for meets, the difference is that when you're working out, of course, you don't have a set amount of volume. You pick and choose what you want to do, how you feel, but in certain thing is that you are honestly building up muscle fibers, you're building up endurance, and you're making yourself to a position of seeing and working on what you are lacking of. Especially when, like, if you are trying to be an athlete, you're working on power, you're working on strength, and you're working on endurance. If you are a strength athlete, endurance is pretty much a not just a secondary, but one of those top lists of skills that you need in life. Because when it comes to being explosive, it happens, but when the ATP is pretty much relinquished and you're pretty much pushing through to finish what you started, especially with runs, especially with longer distance, especially with doing more of repeated non-repeated linear exercises, especially in the gym. All that power, all that speed is gone at the instant, and it becomes to where your mind and body is tested. With training by yourself and training, you have a mindset of what you want to work on, what you are trying to better yourself. With programs, it's kind of different because there's a time that you're going to push yourself and test yourself, but there's times that you're building up to that. When you have somebody that's doing coaching, or sometimes you'll have yourself because you know what to do and you know things in general, but because you're competitive, you may need some help. Because in life, especially when you're competitive, you do stupid things. You max out when you feel top notch. You do stupid things to where you are literally testing yourself at how much you can do with rep maxes. Now, in times, there's people that have a good mindset of what they can do and have more control of themselves. There's going to be times where things become overwhelming and you need help. So, you have a coach, you have somebody that will probably help you in the long run, short run, things that you are lacked of. And that's what programs and pretty much for coaching is. Somebody can help you go to the next level, help you progress, and help you understand that there are things that you can work on that you have missed. And that's the reason why you would need coaching, teaching, all that type of stuff. Because sometimes, even as a person that is experienced, there are things that is either in denial or is not sought of because you don't think it's a problem until you have other sources in general. Sometimes you need to go to a doctor to see things that may not be in sight of you or anyone else that's close to you. You may need more insight of how to progress more and be better. And that's the similar thing is that when you have the chance to do, you can either pick or choose. If you're not going from like competitiveness, or you just want to be, be the best you can still have a coach even if you're not being competitive, because a person that is more experienced that can, give you more to learn about. It doesn't mean that you'll have that coach forever, but it means that you have a little bit of help. And sometimes people need that in general to go to another level. Even if you're not competitive, there's times where there are things that may not be, in that idea, but once somebody shows you, you can put in your routines, you can, help others, you can study more because some of the things that you haven't saw it gets your attention, how they progress more, how they, put you up to par with bodybuilding, any type of sport activities. They will help you in their action. Thing about it is there a right or wrong? No. But there's a difference for every sort. If you want to work by yourself and you want to test yourself and sometimes with coaching they have motivation. That's your motivation. Not to mess up, not to lackluster on exercise, on nutrition. Sometimes that is the motivation. Sometimes you don't want to, disrespect the work. And sometimes it can be motivation. Or, the biggest person that you see every time, that can be your competitiveness. That can be, your obstacle. Because many times I've seen somebody bigger than me, stronger than me. I get motivated to beat them. And that's our competitiveness naturally. The thing about it is that you can pick and choose. One, work by yourself, and we have Google, we have books that we can learn if you want to learn more, or you have outer insight, which is the coaching and programming, to see something that you may not thought of at the moment. It's easier to have somebody do something for you and just, use a checklist and pretty much go about your day and think about other things. And that can be your motivation, or you'll have motivation yourself, seeing yourself progress more and see yourself try to do things more. And that can be your competition. Seeing yourself progress through over the years and see what you can do. And that's the difference pretty much if you want to go from coaching or just kind of let your mind build up with more knowledge from just studying and pretty much trying new things. Because either way, there's a good balance of trying new things and see what you can do. And then if you really need help or you want to learn more, have a coach. Try it out for a few weeks, try it out for a month, and see the difference. Because all in all, we're trying to survive regardless, with knowledge, with power, with instincts, with, strength. And that's pretty much our goal is, as human beings, as animals. Pretty much the person that we need to be. So, might as well do the best we can, right? All right, I'm out.